This is one of the most important things. I've been saying this for a couple of months now. I think when players are leveling up, they learn to use their abilities, and then once they get to the highest level, they learn not to use them. So what else could you have done in this situation instead of walking up and hooking him?
I could have autoed and maybe saved a hook for maybe Nami, since right now she's far up.
Yeah, maybe you could have looked for a trade. I like
hmm
autoing here, and then
hmm
where should you position?
More in the bush, right? To block maybe a Moo Q.
There, yes, I like that. I like that a lot. I like you getting boots too and roaming immediately. That's awesome. Here, you should not be throwing the hook, really. You should be walking
mm
close to him, as close as you can before the minions get here, but yeah.
mm.
So this is what happens every yeah.
Yeah.
That's literally what happens every time. Instead of walking
mm
here and then throwing your
mm
hook here,
mm
you should be sprinting like all the way down across this spot and looking for an auto
mm
attack if you want this to work. Now, to be fair, she doesn't
mm.
have a lot of health. She does have ult, but this play's not going to work anyways.
Yeah.
But you really want to close that walking
So
distance.
just try to walk and maybe potentially auto attack and maybe try to bait
Yes,
his dash.
it's similar to you play Thresh, right?
Yeah.
So what is the ideal like highest chance of hitting hook combo for Thresh?
Wouldn't be E flay towards you and then
Yeah,
hook?
exactly. And so let's move that idea to Blitzcrank. What is the best? What is the most guaranteed way to land your hook on Blitzcrank?
EQ.
Yeah, it's all use your E and then hit the Q. What is the easiest way of landing Tom Kench's W?
Probably getting those three auto attacks QW.
Yeah, you could either Q slow into W, or you can auto attack 3 Q and slow into and then stun into W. The idea is that you want to try to find the highest opportunity to hit something to chain CC. And with Nautilus, you can't miss an auto attack. So typically you want to be using your high mobility, which is why Mobies and Swifties are so good on him, to land the auto attack and then chain everything else.
So do you
Okay.
think Swifties would have been a good opportunity in this, or do you think Merc Treads was fine in this
I think it's a
in this
play
game?
style thing. I think mobility is what a higher elo player would use because it would open up more opportunities. I say mobility, not the boots, but the high movement speed. You want mobility or Swifties, because it creates more opportunities for you. And we use movement to like dodge stuff really well. And so Merc Treads is good for someone who's going to tank a lot of CC. And so if you're intentionally sitting in front of every Amumu hook and every bubble and all that stuff, then I mean you're going to get value out of the Merc Treads. But in my opinion, Nautilus can use all of his abilities and die because no one cares, right? Like you want your carries to do all the damage and win the game for you. So the only so I don't know if you've ever seen me play Tom Kench, but I buy tabbies on him all the time because tabbies are like the strongest early game boot in my opinion. Because I expect to tank a bunch of damage. That's like my whole thing. I don't care about tanking CC. I'm going to eat my teammate when he gets half health or hit by a lot of stuff, and then I'm going to eat shit for like 10 seconds. That's pretty much the whole point. Also, buying tabbies allows you to 1v1 junglers and ADs. But that's the idea behind it. So I would say try Swifties and Mobies. If you're going to try to roam middle a lot, which it looks like you do a little bit, maybe try more mobility side boots.
hmm
But I like your idea of Merc Treads here. I don't want to say that's a bad idea.